Now we'll take a look at the 2014 Volkswagen Passat Sedan. The side view. And the view from the rear. Not a stunning design, but looks pretty good in this nice white paint. Now, according to all the web pages, there's a 2.5 liter 5-cylinder engine standard equipment. And I've seen some for sale at the Volkswagen dealer. But I'm also told they're going to be phasing these out real quick. The base engine will be a 1.8 turbocharged with 170 horsepower, which is what this is. Now, for those with big money, you can move up to a 3.6 liter V6, putting out 280 horsepower, or the 2 liter turbo diesel. I'm told this is available with a manual transmission, but this has the 6-speed automatic and is rated at 24 miles per gallon in the city and 34 miles per gallon on the highway. In my real-world driving, I'll be getting 34 on the highway and 28 in mixed driving. The cabin's nothing fancy, but the quality of materials and workmanship is very good. There's no real cheap plastic in here, lots of sturdy materials. And it seems to be sufficient room in the back here. The gauge cluster is nice and provides lots of useful information in the middle. We get knobs for the climate control system and knobs for the radio, the way it should be. The glove box is of decent size. The owner's manual is hidden up on a shelf. The leather suede on these seats is nice. However, it does collect hairs like a magnet, and someone had their dog in here before I got this car. And getting these hairs plucked out is a pain in the butt. If you've got animals, you shouldn't be taking them in this car, unless you plan on doing a lot of cleaning. The trunk size is extremely huge, surprising for a medium-sized vehicle. More dog hairs. What are they doing? Locking their pets in their trunk? Not only does the trunk have lots of room, we actually had a room for a spare tire under here, a full-size one too. Makes me wonder where they stuck the gas tank. This engine has plenty of acceleration once the turbo spools up. Nice brakes too. This car likes to be driven in a brisk fashion. The steering's real responsive, and the cornering ability is very good too. The ride quality of this Passat is excellent. This is one of the most comfortable vehicles I've ever driven. Just glides over bumps. That's the good news. The bad news is these tires are very noisy, and on rough pavement you get a lot of rumbling noises. It gets kind of annoying at highway speeds. A base Passat that's stripped down runs around $20,000. This was a premium version which had everything standard from leather to navigation, and was just over $31,000. But if you order the V6 engines or turbo diesel, the price can climb even more. I think this 1.8 liter is the more practical of the bunch. But either way, the Passat's a very nice sedan, very pleasant to drive. Today is February 1st, 2014, and the entire country is facing one of the most severe winter storms in history. Everyone is freezing to death except here in the southwest. A perfect time to drive a nice convertible, but the temperature is a nice 71 degrees outside. In this case, we're looking at the Volkswagen 2014 Eos hardtop convertible. Now, to convert this hardtop into a convertible, all you do is press the secret button, and this turns into this in a whopping 25 seconds. With the top stowed in the trunk, the cubic foot storage goes from 10 feet to 6 feet, but lots of luck finding it. The one complaint I had with this car is the main complaint I have with convertibles in general, and that is, why would anyone want to buy a convertible with a black interior? The worst color you could possibly buy. When these vehicles sit out in the sun, it's like sitting your butt on a hot frying pan. Very uncomfortable. Why not get a tan or white or red, anything but black? But that's what they make, and that's what people buy. I guess they have to learn the hard way. Aside from the color, there's very little to complain about here. The quality of materials and workmanship is very good. The rear seats are okay for small kids with short legs, but not full-size adults. Not on long trips anyway. Glove box size is adequate for a small car. The climate control and navigation systems, easy to use, unusual for a German car. The gauge cluster is very easy to read, lots of useful information here. And the paddle shifters are on the steering wheel where they belong, not the steering column. Far easier to use when taking tight corners if you like shifting for yourself. The only engine offered is the proven 2.0 liter turbo, putting out 200 horsepower and hooked to a 6-speed automatic with manual shift override, rated at 22 to 30 miles per gallon, which is what I've been getting. A very nice potent engine with good fuel economy, good choice. The Eos is not a high-strung sports car, but the steering, handling, and braking performance are very sporty nevertheless. Very good for brisk driving. This little engine has plenty of power. This automatic transmission shifts just perfect, especially in the sport mode. Did I mention the nice brakes again? The ride quality is pretty comfortable on most surfaces, but if you get a rough pavement, you get a lot of rumbling from the tires. If you get a lot of potholes, there's a lot of clanking and thumping from the front end. It's not a good car for driving on bad roads. The base price of $37,495 might shock some, but keep in mind there are no options here. Everything comes standard. Everything except shipping, which brought the price up to $38,360,000. I'm told there are some upgraded models that hit $43,000, but I haven't been able to find those on the web pages of Volkswagen yet. Bottom line, this is a pretty expensive ride. Now, a lot of car testers have stated that the Eos is a very nice German car, but they're not telling you the whole truth here. Actually, only 36% of the parts are German. The rest come from places like Hungary and Portugal. So I guess we'll just call this a very nice European car.